And we are live from the Code for America Boston Brigade weekly hack night, where the group here has been incubating legal hackers in Massachusetts. I'm Gaz Greenwood from the MIT Media Lab, run by and Jason Walsh and I are just launching tonight Massachusetts Legal Hackers, and that announcement is part of an announcement and a call for participation for the first online legal Appathon, co-sponsored by MIT and the ABA. And online here we've got Adriana, who can tell us more about what's happening at the ABA and how what this event is, and also Phil, who can tell us a little more about what on earth is legal hackers. There's a new wave. We're really kind of washing over the nation now, innovation. And the law is partly right at the front of the line. People like Adriana and Phil are the folks at the front lines that are innovating the law. So Phil, I know that you've got to go soon. I appreciate you sticking with us longer, but just to get us started, could you just introduce yourself and just say what on earth are legal hackers?
Yeah, sure. Daza, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, as usual. So legal hackers, where do you start? Legal hackers was born out of an idea that, well, the law can't quite keep up with the technology that is constantly changing, and the technology in a lot of ways can assist the law in places where it falls short. So we started this organization about 3 years ago. We now have 13 official chapters all over the globe, including our newest chapters in Barcelona, Spain, launched today. And Legal Hackers is about this collaborative forum between technologists, entrepreneurs, lawyers, policy heads, a bunch of people who want to work together to improve and hack the law. What does that mean? So hacking the law, it means both assisting the law to keep up with the ever-changing technology, as I said before, but also using technology in a way that in some cases bypasses the law altogether, makes pressing policy issues irrelevant in some cases. And in other ways, you can take a look at some of the projects we've worked on legalhackers.org, but we're constantly looking for ways to hack problems, right? Not quite a perfect solution, but one that works and that addresses the issue.
Some people think hack and legal are mutually exclusive because it sounds like a felony. And then you hand it to Adriana, who can talk about this sort of like next evolution, this idea of an Appathon by the American Bar Association. So let's just start with hack. Like, what do you even mean by that stuff?
Right. So a hack, I mean, traditionally, it means, surreptitiously getting into a server, right, or hacking into a system. It's evolved into meaning something more than that. It's coding, it's writing software, and today it's a way of solving a problem using just things that you have around you, right? It's creating a new solution out of resources that you have available to you. Not quite a perfect solution, but one that just works. Because I have this, I can create this solution. And that's how I interpret hack, but a lot of people have different definitions.
And that's in line with the MIT definition, I should say, where we've got like this hack, this annual hack, and we have projects together. Someone's telling me that comes from in World War II, some of the engineers on the aircraft carriers, when they had disabled planes and some other things, would hack them back into shape, just literally based on stuff they could, wrench to other places.
With scrap metal, right, exactly.
So that there's a sense of a hack, but meanwhile in the law, especially to get wider propagation, everybody's not a hacker. Everyone's not such, frontline innovator and a coder. Many people need tools in order to get in and then start hacking the law at another level, creating those innovative shareable contracts and workflows. They need tools in order to even get into the innovation economy. And granted, isn't that really what inspired you to reach out to MIT? But this kind of renaissance within the law practice management domain of digital environments and tools. Is that right? Help me out here.
Right, right. Well, with the sort of world that I represent, and let me start by saying I'm not a lawyer. I'm a consultant, specifically a legal technology consultant. So most of what I do is help lawyers, law firms, law departments, and legal organizations figure out how to use technology better. So the hackathons have been super interesting to me, but specifically bringing it to the ABA Tech Show, which is why I reached out to you. The ABA Tech Show starts next week. It's an annual technology show specifically for lawyers that the American Bar Association has been putting on for 29 years. And what we really wanted to do through Tech Show is teach the average attorney how technology is becoming so powerful, and actually in a weird way easy, because a lot of lawyers and a lot of companies spend millions of dollars on research and time and development, creating tools designed to help lawyers run their practices better and practice law better. And those programs are great and amazing, but these hackathons tend to, every once in a while, some tool, some calculator floats to the top that a team developed over 48 hours, and we all go, what? That's amazing. So really, what we wanted to do with the ABA Tech Show MIT Appathon is just get this idea in front of normal practicing attorneys about technology's here and it's accessible and people are doing really amazing things with it, even at a very basic level when and making tools that lawyers can quickly access and use.
Yeah, great. And Adriana, you had the courage to, sort of like after a couple of conversations, get on a plane,
I know.
weekend with and then gather some groups of collaborators, really able people, to meet up at the Media Lab and to just whiteboard out and hours and hours every day. Jonathan Askin and others joining us online to guide us and to brainstorm with us and to revise and revise. And we continually revise. It can be fatiguing, but we are inventing here. And so, we really have to salute you for being.
No, please. You guys are amazing. I mean, I just mind blown over and over again. Your enthusiasm, yours does it certainly. Brooklyn Law School, Blip, everybody, and how they jumped in and said, yeah, we want in on this, has been just awesome. So thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the spirit that I think we're going into this. ABA MIT, it's thrilling to just say that. We could end the sentence there, and you had me.
It's
but
pretty cool combination.
Appathon. And so what we're looking for is bring out your apps, bring out your ideas, bring out your concepts for what a better workplace, or what a better environment, a better practice area, a better field of practice. What would that better world look like for your corner of the law? Is there a problem that you've identified? Some challenge that's difficult? Adriana has put together a nice form where you can articulate a problem statement, and even if you're not sure how to solve it, but if you can articulate that, it's valuable. And people can think of the how-to. If you already have an idea for a better mousetrap, you can write that down too, and a team might want to pick it up. And if you think that you're ready, if you want to innovate the law yourself, bring it. We have an Eventbrite form, which is basically that's what we learned from legal hackers. Very simple methodology for. We're doing a broadcast right now. Yeah, no problem. And did I mention we're at Code for America, so it's a vibrant, awesome environment. And you're both listening. And join us by forming a team, by submitting a proposal, a project proposal, a project description at the domain that Adriana has acquired for the ABA for this and that we're using together is legalappathon.com. legalappathon.com. And we also have a link that at a landing page at law.mit.edu/Appathon. And starting tomorrow for the remainder of the event, I'll make sure that it's a lot of real estate right on the front page there. So we're supporting as best we can. We'll also be launching tomorrow a video done by a real pro, Jay Fedigan, that we just got today. We're just circulating a link now for reviews. And Professor Sandy Pentland of the MIT Media Lab makes the case for the need for innovation and the capability of innovating now, and a call to participation for everyone, lawyers and non-lawyers alike. Even if you've never thought about doing a legal project before, like some people right here we're about to turn to, come on in, and you've got just as good a chance as anyone of making a big innovation, maybe a better chance, because you get fresh eyes and a fresh approach. And so Phil is actually now adjunct professor, I think, at Brooklyn Law School in the clinic. And the Brooklyn Law School had a project that Professor Askin helped create called First to Disclose. That was a better idea for how to put your ideas out in the public and not have them patented out from under you if your whole purpose is to make them available for free. And there's some issues there. It's difficult to do that. It's somewhat risky and confusing. He sends a team up during our last hackathon at the Media Lab, in-person hackathon that we did with Code for America, called Code Across, and a team formed with one of the law students that came up on the bus to create that project, and that team has continued every week to meet at the Tuesday hack nights, and the team has taken on creating a better platform for online hackathons and online legal hackathons. And they're a real example, I think, of what you can do if you know how to code, if you know how to hack, if you're interested in trying to innovate. There's a role for everybody, from designers to people that do documentation, people that can code, and everything in between. But Jason and Noah, who are two of the key leaders, are here now at Hack Night for Code for America. And do you mind just telling us a little bit, what is the application that you hacked? And how, just to give people a sense of what a legal application is you can hack. And then how are we going to refactor and use it for a legal online Appathon?
Yeah, so we went through originally with our base project to create something that allows people to have new innovations they work with and also have a shared sense of identity. So that was our core goal for the hackathon, was to have a sense of identity mirrored with the idea of innovation, so that you can actually go through and have this ability. And since, after working with Daza on this project for a while, we've expanded the scope of it so it now can actually support any generalized project. We can support events. We've added depth to the whole login process as well, and we've been able to bring in people for adding in things like search functionality, the ability to even have better editing support. So it's been an ongoing process, and tagging support as well for some of the things that would generally come in for any concept of an innovation, which now becomes generalized sense of what is a project or an idea. So that's been the overall scope that we've had for over the past month, and it's been great working on the project.
Terrific. And did you think that you're going to be doing legal projects? I mean, have you done legal projects before?
No.
You showed up at a Code for America thing and boom, you're hacking the law? You can hack the law. You know, it's your law. It always has been. So go ahead, take it back, innovate it, and bring it into the century, the way Adriana's doing with her clients one at a time, and that we all need to do at this point. And you know, when the law becomes modern, the total economic impact and all the ripples that has for all the other businesses and people who are now could be inhibited by a law that doesn't work, or enabled and catalyzed and really unleashed when the law is working for them with their startups and with their ideas and in their lives. Imagine the impact you could have. So bring your ideas and come brainstorm with people in the MIT ABA online legal Appathon. And I just want to, I couldn't close without just having a salute to Phil, you and your team in New York, for New York legal hackers, who really showed us how to do this type of innovation event. So it's not a legal talkathon, and it's nor is it a technology engineering exercise solely, but you found that blend, and that's really what's inspired us here to take that model and keep running with it. So thank you very much for kind of blazing the trail and for being with us tonight. You know, as we kind of try to further evolve the model and further propagate it.
Thank you, Daza. Really excited to see what Massachusetts has to bring to the table.
They're here. And Adriana, just in case people missed it, how can they get involved? What if they want to sign up? What if they want to ask a question? What do people do?
I think the best thing to do is visit legalappathon.com and get some information from there and register to participate either just as a coder. If you've got a great idea, like you said, you can pitch it there. If you have any other questions, just let us know on there. And of course, keep an eye on the internet and Twitter and that sort of thing for developments over the next few days.
Okay. So with that, thank you both for taking the time to help us launch the ABA MIT Legal Appathon, and to help us launch Massachusetts Legal Hackers, who will be incubating the underlying code for this, and launch into the future. So we'll see you online, and until then, I want to wish you all a good night.